And so I get a lot of questions about what do you think about starting a business or doing business down in Jamaica?
I feel like Jamaica is the best place to start a business.
Yeah? Why do you say that?
It's really easy for you to make money down here because there's not a lot of competition.
Hey YouTube fam, welcome back to another podcast episode. My name is Throp Wellington, and here on my channel we normally explore Jamaica together and I share my marathon journey around the world with you. But on today's podcast episode, we have a special guest. We have a local entrepreneur and friend of mine, Emma Watson. And thank you for being here and thank you for doing this. Much appreciated.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited. I love a good excuse to come out to Treasure Beach.
Oh, so, excellent, yeah. Excellent. Good to have you. So Emma is an entrepreneur, fellow hustler. She is the CEO and founder of South Coast Villas, which is a villa rental business that she started herself. And she's obviously a young woman, and she's also a mother of two, which also obviously comes with its challenges of its
Definitely,
own,
yeah.
I'm sure, which I really don't know anything about. But if you would, just give us a little bit of further background on yourself and what you do.
Sure. So as Winthrop just said, I'm Emma Watson. I was born in Boston, Massachusetts. I lived there until I was 10. And then my family decided to move us down to Jamaica. It was really my mom that decided it. And it's funny because she's actually Irish and my dad's Jamaican. But she was the one that was like, oh, we should just move to Jamaica. And she like really wanted us to get to know the culture, I guess, because we only knew about like our Irish side in Boston. So it kind of just got to like learn more about our culture. So when we moved down here, it was obviously like a big change coming from America and like a materialistic kind of world and then coming down here. But after I kind of got to realize that there's like so much more to the world, I kind of got to fall in love with Jamaica. So yeah, fast track to that. I went to Hampton and then graduated from there. Went to Boston, and I thought that I was going to go to 12th grade, but then they told me that since I already graduated down there, I wasn't able to. I just went straight to college.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so graduated college at 20 and then ended up going to Atlanta, which is like opposite of Boston. Found a job in the luxury apartments industry, doing like events, and then that kind of helped me like doing with what I'm doing now. And then after I found out I was pregnant with twins, I was like, there's no other place that I want to raise the babies. So I ended up moving back, and it was perfect timing because it was actually right before COVID happened. And so when I came back down, I was like, I don't know like what I'm gonna do. But I remember like writing down in my journal, like I just need to find a way to make money down here while also being able to be around the children, because I wanted to like work from home basically.
Gotcha.
And my mom started a villa in White House called Ivy's Cove. I was kind of helping her out with that. And then in doing that, like the business kind of grew from there because there was a bunch of other villas in the area, and they kind of found out what I was doing and asked me to help them out. And then now I have 13 properties.
Wow,
Yeah.
amazing.
It's kind of like a everything in one.
Gotcha. So how long have you been in business now?
I like made the website and everything and finished it in January, but I really didn't start like getting bookings until maybe like June
of 2020?
2020, yeah.
2020,
so right after the pandemic. So I don't know how the business would have went if we weren't in COVID, but it actually ended up being, I guess, better because people are so adamant about getting out of the house now, and the villa industry is like a little bit better than going to a hotel where you're kind of exposed to other people.
Would you say you've done well during this time? Because like now you're pretty much a year and 12 months in business, right?
Yeah.
And you would think starting a business in the middle of a pandemic is probably not such a good idea, right?
No, not the best.
But it seemed like it worked out for you.
Yeah, I feel like the pandemic kind of gave everyone like a fresh start, and if you're able to kind of make the most out of what you have in the pandemic, you're good to be successful in any time.
And can you just tell us like a little bit about, I guess, generally the types of clients that you were getting during COVID?
So during COVID, I feel like in the villa industry, a lot of people in Jamaica were kind of focused on getting clients outside of Jamaica.
Okay.
So when the borders kind of closed, I was like, let's get the locals to come in. So I definitely was like marketing a lot towards the locals. And then I also always like had a strong like passion for like travel in Jamaica, and I knew that a lot of locals weren't experiencing all the best parts of their own island. So I was really happy to kind of show them that there are places that are affordable for them, and kind of give them another alternative, that they don't have to go outside of Jamaica, and there's places right here for them to go.
No, I think that's a great approach, and obviously it's worked out well for you.
Definitely.
And you said you have 13 properties.
Yeah.
What is your plans for expansion and growing the business further?
Well, I've kind of like mainly focused on the south because there's so many beautiful places like where we are now, Turtle's Nest. There wasn't really a lot of marketing, so I was kind of like focused on helping them out. I do have a property in Ocho Rios and one in Negril, and then I'm going to start getting into Montego Bay, and fingers crossed, I do have something in the works for going abroad. So
wow, amazing, amazing. So you might have to change the name of your company then.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. Like the South Coast Villas kind of like limited me, but I feel like I'll keep it because the South is like, it's close to home. It's like where I was raised in Jamaica, and I still want to highlight the South because it definitely needs more recognition, but I can still have like properties anywhere.
Right. I think so.
It's like South Coast Villas and abroad.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I like that. And are all your properties, would you consider all your properties to be luxury properties?
Definitely all luxury, but then some of them, like the more affordable ones, are like luxury. It's like kind of like a boho chic. Like Lashings, you can get a room for like $100, but it's still nice. Like it still has a modern feel, and then they use like local. I love when they use like local wood, and it just has like an upper class, but still like, you know, affordable and like.
Right. No, I like that as well. I think that makes sense. As you know, you're the one who got us the house here, Turtle's Nest, and we were celebrating my dad's 80th birthday.
Yeah, I'm so honored that you guys chose us to
celebrate.
No,
so it was kind of just the same marketing that you just explained with COVID, and we wanted to celebrate this milestone of our dad turning 80.
80 is a huge milestone.
It is. And normally my dad has these huge parties at our hotel, or when we were in New York, we had it at our house, or we rented like a big boat for all his friends. So we usually have hundreds of people.
Wow, yeah.
And obviously we can't do that now. It's just not safe and doesn't make sense. And so me and my brothers were putting our heads together, like, how do we do this yet still give him his just deserve, so to speak?
Yeah, of course.
And the idea was like, let's get some of his closest friends and family together and make it a small, intimate gathering.
I think that's kind of like better sometimes too, because when you have like the large events, it's like you can have people that aren't really all the way there for you, but like when it's intimate, you know that you have people that like really care for you and be there for you when you most need it. So,
no, that's right. And they were saying it last night at dinner, quality over quantity.
Love that one.
And that's exactly what it was. And this villa was just a perfect complement to all of that. Awesome. And everybody here who was staying here, they said this was amazing. And we try to keep it as much of a secret as possible from my dad, but he started to plan other things and we had to tell him. But the people who were here, our friends and family, they loved it. And they said this is going to be like their spot down here. Awesome. Now they're going to continue to rent this house. And it's just like a great getaway. You know, it's private, it's intimate.
You have the private beach.
Man, you have the beach, you have the pool.
It's like luxuries that most people don't even know about.
Right. So I put this on my Instagram and everybody's like, wow, where is it? There. They didn't know if I was in Jamaica or what.
Right.
And they just couldn't believe that this was here. So I was telling them Turtle's Nest.
And it's affordable.
It is very much affordable, and you'd be surprised. And like that's what made it a no-brainer for us, because it was affordable and you get this luxury and
you have a chef included.
I was just going to say the service is magnificent. Peter Gay and Dacian, they treated us like gold. I mean,
Just
they were like part of it.
Actually happy to
yeah,
be
yeah,
here
yeah.
and,
They
like,
were
they're
actually
genuine,
part of the celebration, and so
I saw. Yeah, you guys were like besties. Like, just
yeah,
chilling over there.
they made us feel so welcome, and then they were just part of the family and
Yeah.
part of the celebration as well. So everything worked out perfectly. So thank you. I thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Thank you for staying. Yeah.
No problem. And we're gonna do it again. And
Yeah.
anybody who's out there who's considering doing this, like for sure, like South Coast Villas, like that's who you need to go with. That's that's who you need to go with. Moving on. So if you could just give us like some insight into just being a mother, raising two young boys, twins, and also being an entrepreneur as well.
Kind of like, it was hard at first, like balancing everything. But I just kind of like make sure that I was honest with everyone and like letting them know like I am a mother and I'm also, I have this business. So a lot of my clients know that. So they're kind of like, they'll know like if they hear a baby crying in the background, like it's not unprofessional. Like
Right.
I'm still like, I'm balancing everything. So I kind of make sure that I do my work. I make sure that my clients are safe. They're in a place that I would stay in myself. And then I'm also able to take care of my kids. And I have a lot of help too. I have a nanny and my parents are really involved.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Awesome. You're there for them and there for the business at the same time.
And it's good because I live like 5 minutes away from where most of the villas are. So if there's any issues, I can easily go, and then the kids are taken care of. So yeah.
Okay. And like, this is not a gotcha question,
Oh, yeah,
but
no
this is
worries.
like just trying to bring understanding to the audience of being a female entrepreneur in Jamaica. And if you could just, I don't know, give us some insight into that. And do you feel that there are any additional challenges that you otherwise might not be facing?
If I was a male,
If you were a male, yeah.
Oh.
Sorry.
I don't know. Like, I feel like I've just done like a good job of like putting like my soul and passion into the business, and I feel like it just doesn't really matter who, like, even if I wasn't like a mom or a man or anything, I feel like my business speaks for itself. So I feel like I could have been like behind the scenes and like not shown who I was, and the business would still be fine.
No, that's great to know. That's great to know. There's a lot of people who watch my podcast who are thinking about moving here, and a lot of them are either a lot of people are actually Jamaicans who are living abroad, right, and considering it, right? And so I get a lot of questions about, what do you think about starting a business or doing business down in Jamaica?
I feel like Jamaica is the best place to start a business.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Why do you say that?
It's really easy for you to make money down here because there's not a lot of competition. Like for me, I was the only one that, I don't know of another villa agency really on the South Coast. So it was really easy for me to tap into this climate because there wasn't really that many people doing the same thing. Jamaicans spend money. I don't know how they find it, but they definitely spend their money. So, and if you can find a way to like make US dollars down here, you're living way better than you can up there.
That's great advice. And that's similar advice that I tell people who are considering moving back or just moving to Jamaica in
and it's
general.
like the climate and the culture, you can't, it doesn't compare to up there. Like you can't just be riding down, like, of course there's potholes on the on the road, but then you look up and you're like looking at the Caribbean Sea, so it's just like quality over quantity.
There you go. And that kind of rolls into my next question in respect to lifestyle, being somebody who has, I don't know, about half your life here, half your life there, but significant part of your life abroad and significant part of your life here. And you alluded to it just now about the benefits of being down here. And if you could just talk a little bit about the lifestyle. Yeah,
it's just like there's so many luxuries, there's so many places for you to go to down here. And like I said, if you're able to find your niche and have like a successful business down here, the quality of life that you can have is just, it's not comparable to up there. Like I feel like in America it's more of like a hustle culture. Down here you can still make your money, but then you can actually enjoy.
Right.
And I feel like that, especially COVID, kind of showed everyone that all these businesses and money and materialistic things don't really mean as much as like if we're not able to enjoy it. Like
Right.
If we're all dead, like
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
there's no way that we can enjoy it. So I feel like Jamaica kind of allows you to do that. You can feel like you can relax and enjoy what you've worked for without feeling like, oh, I'm lazy, like I'm not doing enough, you know?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of merit to that, and you alluded to the potholes.
Yeah, there's definitely potholes. Like Jamaica is like a rose with thorns. Like
Right, that's a great analogy, and I tell
it's
people
so beautiful, but then there's also like hardships. But
Yep.
all the best things come with some negativity.
Right,
Yeah.
that's took the words out of my mouth. There's positives and negatives,
In
but
everything.
I feel just as you do that the positives absolutely weigh out the negatives.
Definitely outweigh.
I guess the next question is, with you, going back to your properties, what is your highest selling property, and could you tell us a little bit about that property?
My highest selling right now is a new one we just brought on. It's Seastone.
I'm not familiar.
You have to check that one out.
Okay, definitely.
It's a 4-bedroom in White House. It has an infinity pool and then overlooks the sea, but I feel like everyone really likes it because it's not terribly priced, and it's like really modern. Like you can be in your kitchen and then you have their doors like open up all the way, so you see like directly into the ocean. You feel like you're on a cruise ship. And then that one also comes with a chef and housekeeper, so you just feel like you're living the luxurious lifestyle while still having it be affordable.
Oh,
too.
awesome.
Yeah,
I love it.
I feel like that one has been our hottest, and the pictures really help too.
Picture sell itself kind of thing.
Yeah.
I believe it. Well, all your properties are really beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think your Instagram is
Thank
really,
you.
really. That's
Thank
how
you.
this got me. I was like, man,
Yeah,
I got this. Is what I'm
it's
gonna
like,
do.
yeah, I feel like the pictures and like videos really helped me, and I realized that early on because you can't sell something to someone without them actually being there, without really good quality pictures.
Right,
so if you're going to invest anything in this business, it's in your marketing.
In the marketing.
Yeah.
And what would you say is the biggest challenge of being in this business?
The biggest challenge is probably would be like if like a client didn't get exactly what they wanted out of something. But, you know, like in the business with people, it's
Right.
like you're never sure that you can please everyone. So that would probably be the biggest challenge. But most of our clients are happy, so it's not terrible
Right.
with that.
I'm one of those happy clients.
Yeah, definitely.
So, cool. So is there anything else you want to tell us about your business?
I also just wanted to highlight that we are really like focused on helping the local climate around us. So we're like hiring everyone local from like the community. So we're helping the communities. We pay our taxes, so we're giving back to Jamaica as well. And then in the future, I'd really like to start doing like some classes and yeah, just kind of helping out the community, because I wouldn't have my business if it wasn't for Jamaica. So I'd really like to give back.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I love that.
So that's definitely something that we are really conscious about.
And I'm sure the community appreciates
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Because I know these guys seem super happy.
Yeah. They have work in COVID, so
Right,
it's like
right.
I'm really happy to be able to give back to them, and it shows in the way that they treat their guests too. So.
Well, I don't want to take up too much more of your time,
No
but
worries.
this is awesome, just sitting down and chopping it up with you.
I know. It's like a beautiful day. We have a great breeze.
Yes, we got, I don't know if this is sugar or spice, but
Oh yeah, sugar and spice. Yeah, the villa comes with puppies too.
Yeah.
So.
extra bonus.
Right.
So where can people find out more information about South Coast Villas?
So you can find out more information on our website, which is www.southcoastvillasja.com, and then you can also call us. The phone number is on the website as well, so you can find it there, or send us an email.
Okay, and what's your Instagram?
Oh, the Instagram, yes. Definitely follow us on Instagram. So the Instagram is at southcoastvillas.ja.
All right, that's it. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, my pleasure. And thank you all for joining us this afternoon or morning or evening, wherever you are and whenever you're watching this. Most appreciated. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.